And then the other thing is we're working on our white label niches, and I'm about to launch a niched agency finally. And
Oh yeah, what niche?
Landscaping.
Nice.
Oh, it's awesome, man. That's a good one.
Hey, the grass is always greener, they say.
That's what they say.
I like it. Nice.
Dad jokes.
Joke. Yeah, there we go.
Write that down.
That's
Couldn't miss it,
awesome.
Sorry.
That's awesome.
Well, you might be right, but I just wanted to join the niche party, you know.
No, I like it, and I like the niche. You got a lot of verticals you can kind of go off into there: landscaping, lawn care,
Hardscape,
food service, hardscape. Yeah. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of growth in the industry, I heard.
yeah. Another one. From Dustin.
So now I'm just going to get all the landscaping jokes now. Huh? Okay.
No, I don't make it up as I go. As you can tell, that's why they suck.
Mark, another one to look at in that space is backyard astroturf installation.
Oh yeah,
like putting green installation.
Okay, that's nice.
Check out that. If you have anybody in that space, that's a nice little niche. It's super it's disposable income. It's high end.
Oh yeah.
We were in that a long time ago.
I remember that. That did really well too.
Yeah. So I would definitely take a hard look at that space and build out some lead gen around that, because there definitely is keywords for turf installation market.
I bet in places, dry areas too, especially.
Yeah. Dry, but I mean, we were looking at it in like Westchester, New York, Greenwich, Connecticut, like higher net worth areas. But I would assume Miami probably does well with it as well. It's Florida in general.
My wife wanted some in our backyard. We just got pavers, but we have a spot where the dogs use the bathroom. And she's like, and it never gets enough sun. It's always like during the winter or during the summer it's muddy. And then during the winter she's like, let's just use fake grass for the turf stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like some kind of way about it. Nothing wrong with it. I'm like, I don't know. I just don't.
Some of it you can't even tell the difference anymore.
I know, I guess. But then
That's
my
true.
dog's going to crap on all the time. It's like, will I not tell the difference after a while? What if it stains? I don't know.
Don't crap on my niche there.
Another one. Yeah, so I would look at the turf installation, but also the putting green installation style stuff.
Okay. And I'm going to look at irrigation and lighting. A lot of the guys in the north go into like Christmas lighting and holiday lighting and stuff to try to make some money during the dreadful winter.
Yep.
The dreadful winters up north.
Got it. Nice.
Well, you know what? That's a good question. I mean, topic seasonality, right? So like with the tour operators we work with, some of them not year round. HVAC is highly seasonal.
Right.
What do you guys give your clients any advice? You guys do anything different? I mean, obviously you do things differently, but I mean, some of the guys in the tour space shut down completely. Like they close their business.
That drop off November to, March or whatever. And I can't really say just keep advertising because they're in a cold weather area where they're not going to do any business.
Yep.
Right.
In some areas, I'm just like, it's going to be down, but you still want every bit of business. But in some, there's no business. So I can't really argue with them that they should be running ads during those periods.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'd say it depends. Depends on how you structure things. If you're exclusive to a market or not, if you're crushing it for the client or not, you can make a case like, hey, we just blew it out of the water here. And, we're looking for 2 months here, something like that. Or you could be a gentleman and turn it off. We have clients that'll pay us when they turn off because we give them an exclusive in a market. I also would say seasonality can be outpaced by effective marketing. If it's a niche that truly shuts off, like we have a client in a very cold weather area, very deep snow for detailing. He just pauses it for 2 months. He still pays us. Another example would be like roofing. Roofing is a year-round thing. People roof when they have to roof, not when they want to roof. So you can still get search volume in snowy markets in the winter months. And it's typically ice damming, leaking, the repairs that lead to spring installation style stuff. So I wouldn't necessarily
like Dustin was saying, sorry to cut you off, the tour operator stuff, like you can't drive a boat on frozen water. It's not
right.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, it's not a fun tour.
Yeah, I would say it depends. It depends on how they pay you and how you structure a deal with them. If you're in a year-long contract, it kind of can be, it is what it is type of thing. You could reduce the monthly so that you get paid recurring throughout the year. I don't know exactly how to do it in a seasonal type thing. Without it crushing revenue for those particular months. I don't know what the answer is, other than loading up in the southern half of the United States, where we try to, in certain niches, that'd probably be where I'd try to target the bulk of the clientele.
Yeah, a lot of them are in my state. I mean, I literally live in the state that most of my client base would be in. Not all of them. I got people all over the place, but just kind of curious. And we do have the software side of things as well, that we help them get more bookings from their existing customers or existing traffic, and some operational stuff, which is helpful during that time. I was just curious if you guys had run into that, because I mean, for us, if somebody's not going to do business, I don't want their money, honestly, because I feel like it's not cool unless we do a year agreement, which I don't do that right now. So it's not something that, because I did think about it, but I don't know. I want to feel good about what I do at the end of the day. And I don't want to feel like somebody's being burdened with extra expense when they're not making income or whatever.
Yep.
So I was just kind of curious what you guys thought.
I would say it depends, because if we're paying for infrastructure costs during that time, we either need to get paid for it or we need to take it down. And if we're taking it down, then we need to be paid again to rebuild everything. So I kind of think they have to weigh the pros and cons of what it's going to cost to keep it live versus the cost to have it rebuilt. And that's how I would look at it, because call rel comes down, call rel needs to be rebuilt. Landing page comes down, new domain needs to be purchased, needs to be rebuilt, because reusing old domains, like we buy .co's, has been an issue for us, where they're suspending accounts or it can't get through verification. So we have to buy a new domain for somebody. If they pause or cancel for an extended time, page comes down. We have to buy a new domain. So new domain, new privacy. So there are legitimate costs to holding it versus canceling it, and just weigh the pros and cons of what that looks like for the client. And I think some of it comes down to, did you knock it out of the park for them earlier in the year? But I don't know. Depends.
I mean, quite honestly, it'd be great if I could just take off 6 months too, make all my money like they do in the summer. Hey, all right, see you all next year. That'd be awesome. But
double your rates during the summer. Done.
I was gonna say,
You're
maybe
welcome.
try and increase, like the last 3 months before they're about to turn off, increase your rates, then have that float you through.
All right, we're gonna be expensive in the summer and we're gonna be cheaper in the winter. There you go.
Or lower the rate and make it year round. I don't know. I'd have to look at it and build a model for it. But it would be tough to do it at $500 a month if it's only 6 months out of the year. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm torn there.
Interesting pickle.
Yeah, so I thought I'd ask you guys what you thought.
I mean, at that point, they may be wanting to invest in SEO services.
That's always going to be year round if they're smart, right? Because you get a headway when people are stopping everything else to get some headway there. But you're doing that. It's great. You're generating calls. Where are those calls going? What are you doing with those? It's still a good question to ask. I was curious because I haven't been in. I mean, we've worked with seasonal clients before, but I've never had a client actually shut down their business for more than, a month or so at a time, where it's like, wow, interesting. Okay.
So since 2015, since we started, the longest someone shut down their business is maybe 2 or 3 months. But there'll be the clients in like junk removal will say it's very seasonal and we just don't do work in the winter. And I'm like, have you ever run Google Ads? No. I'm like, all right, well, let's see how this winter goes, because volume may drop, but it doesn't go to zero.
Junk still exists every day.
You'll still push through it, but obviously snow plowing is going to be super seasonal. Your instance is going to be super seasonal, but we also don't work with tour operators. So
my basement flooded 2 winters ago, and I had junk guys come out, and they took all the wet carpet and everything right out of here, and all the stuff that was ruined. So it's just like a seasonality thing. I don't think it really affects those type of guys. Yeah. You're right.